It's not at all uncommon that new versions of shooting games we've already taken a look at in the past are released on new platforms. Sometimes they have new features, other times not so much, so in this episode of Bullet Heaven we're taking a look at 4 shooters from Bullet Heaven's past reborn on the Nintendo Switch. For a much more in-depth look at each of these titles, be sure to check out their full reviews, which are linked below. All of these games are great, and they certainly deserve the extra accessibilities that other platforms provide. So, without further ado, let's take a closer look. We're starting off strong this time around with the recently released North American Switch version of the 2018 Bullet Heaven Shmup of the Year. We first took a look at Rolling Gunner in episode 220 of Bullet Heaven, and it's pretty much exemplary in every way, from its gameplay to its visual and sound design. And it's no wonder, headed up by ex-Cave staffer Daisuke Koizumi, flourishes of his previous efforts in games like Akai Katana, Death Smiles 2, and Doranpachi Saideojo really come through. The Switch version was published by Mabius, and in addition to creating a fully translated English version of this previous Japan-only title, a brand new feature has also made its way into the new release in the form of Novice Mode. This new mode subtly changes the bullet patterns in Rolling Gunner, allowing novice players the ability to better make their way through the game. The Novice Mode is ever so slightly different than the Casual Mode in terms of how bullets move and behave, and it retains the Casual Mode's simple scoring system. Novice Mode makes for a pretty easy true last boss one credit clear. Other enhancements have also been added to the game, specifically when it comes to its visuals. In docked mode, Rolling Gunner has never looked better, with what definitely seems to be a much sharper visual package than the original 720p only PC-DVD original. Its performance is also rock solid at all times. Needless to say, this is the easiest way to get Rolling Gunner. It somehow gets even better on the Switch, and while we can't really give it a 6 out of 5, like it deserves, it maintains its 5 out of 5 score, making it one of the Switch's top 3 shooting games of all time. In episode 101 of Bullet Heaven, we took a look at R-Type Dimensions EX from IREM and Tozai Games for the PlayStation 3. As a compilation featuring both R-Type 1 and 2, R-Type Dimensions also adds arranged soundtracks and the ability to perform a super slick changeover between the classic arcade pixel visuals and brand new 3D visuals at the press of a button, anytime. Even shots and enemies in transit change over in a one-to-one manner. It's pretty neat. A new updated version saw release to PC, PS4, and the Nintendo Switch in late 2018, which upgraded the visuals to 1080p and even added a speed up and slow function to change the flow of the game. This allows players to speed through the game in spots that crawl just a bit too much, or to weave through a ton of bullets and enemies with greater ease in slow motion. Well, we say with greater ease, but R-Type Dimensions EX is still incredibly difficult and will present a huge challenge for any player brave enough to take it on. We did notice, however, that certain effects, like the water here in R-Type 2, was animated in a choppy, bizarre manner that not even the PlayStation 3 version exhibited. Curious. All in all, though, R-Type Dimensions EX is a pretty good entry to the Switch's shooting repertoire, and its extra features overpower the odd graphical oddities. Just get ready for a challenge. The Switch version of R-Type Dimensions gets a slightly higher 3.75 out of 5. We took a look at the PC version of Loco Molito and Abolite Studios' release of Super Hydora in episode 185 of Bullet Heaven, and we came away pretty darn impressed with the game on the whole. Not surprisingly, Super Hydora would see release on many other platforms as well, including the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and, in November 2018, the Nintendo Switch. Super High-Dora is more or less identical to the PC version across all platforms, which should allow players from, say, the PlayStation 4 or PC to adapt to the Switch version pretty seamlessly. There is just a touch of slowdown here and there, but generally speaking, Super High-Dora is just as good on the Switch as it always has been. Same selection of stages, same great pixel graphics, same amazing sound, same great gameplay. It's all here. It even controls very well with just the Joy-Cons. When it comes straight down to it, Super High-Dora on the Nintendo Switch maintains its 4.75 out of 5.
It's okay, folks. I'm the police. Commence being calm.
That was amazing! I thought we were done for.
Well, I can't believe you hit those robots with your ship.
Oh, no problem. I do that kind of thing all the time.
Alright, so as it turns out, when we reviewed the PC version of Witchbeam Games' Assault Android Cactus in episode 134, the game wasn't quite as finished as we thought it was. Still in early access at the time, it would see a proper release later down the line, with story scenes and all kinds of extras included. Skip along to March 8th, 2019, and Witchbeam's Assault Android Cactus Plus would see release first to the Nintendo Switch, then to PC as an update to the PC original. All other versions haven't gotten this upgrade as of this episode. The great news is that Assault Android Cactus runs extremely well on the Switch, with a huge amount of polish running smoothly at almost all times, with just a smidge of slowdown here or there. It also features 4-player co-op anywhere players might be, in any mode, and any control configuration, even using just one Joy-Con per person. A New Game Plus mode that remixes enemies and ratchets the difficulty to insane levels adds even more to this extremely polished, fun-as-hell game. Plus, options we missed like androids with normal proportions instead of the normal chibi SD style are weird, but awesome. All kinds of other enhancements can also be unlocked. In this case, Assault Android Cactus Plus gets a boost in its 4.75 score, bringing it to, 5 out of 5.
This is beyond the scope of the operation. I'm advising you to abort the mission and retreat immediately.
And submit a mission failed report? I hate those forms.
I'll take my chances with the lasers.
That just about does it for this rapid-fire episode of Bullet Heaven. It's a bit of a different format, but it could work for compilations as well. So what do you think? Should we do other rapid-fire reviews for compilations and revisited games like this in the future? Powerumi, Caladrius, and more have seen re-release on the Nintendo Switch alone, and all kinds of others are coming to other various platforms. Let us know in the comments.